Hi everybody, and I hope you're having a really great day. I'm going to share a recipe with you guys, something that I make sometimes from leftover chicken. Now, this is called, it's a spin-off, I should say, because very few people that I know of even do this. But it's a spin-off from a New Mexico green chili stew, which is usually made with hamburger meat and potatoes. Well, I don't do things like other people. Now, this is some chicken I had left over that I cooked in my slow cooker. This is 2 thighs and a small end piece. And I am going to take this off the bone and chop it up in small pieces because I am going to use this in a New Mexico chili stew, but my version. And by the way, you can also make your own version, and you could even put some white beans in it. Oh my goodness. And then you just put some black pepper over the top, and it is absolutely delicious. Well, let me get this cut up in small pieces, and we'll come back. This made quite a bit of meat. It did, those 2 little thighs, and this was a small piece of breast, very tiny little piece of meat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag because I'm going to set it in the refrigerator. This is already cooked and it's early in the morning and I'm just doing my prep for what I'm going to make for dinner. I have my long green chilies. They were in the freezer. I've already taken them out. I will use the long green chilies, but I'm not going to put potatoes in it. Now, like I said, New Mexico or Hatch, New Mexico chili stew is made from potatoes, it's made from hamburger meat, and maybe some carrots and the long green chilies chopped up. I'm going to do mine a little bit different than that. So stick around. This is going to be good. Okay, this is my chilies. I'm going to show you my way of kind of cutting these up. I'm going to cut the ends of them off. This way I have just the chili like this. I've already rinsed them to get most of the seeds out of them. Okay. And if I find more seeds, I just kind of take the knife and rub them and brush them off to one side. Then what I will do is I will cut these into smaller pieces like so. Okay. Now this is going to be for my stew. So let me get all of these cut up. And it's personal preference of how much you want, or even how much you have on hand could also make a difference. Put what you've got, okay? Because it definitely will give it a great flavor. So let me get these cut up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to also put some onion in this. So I have the onion chopped up together with the long green chilies. Now, if you don't have them frozen, Walmart used to sell them in a jar, a pretty good sized jar, and it wasn't that expensive, but they still sell them in cans also. And they were called New Mexico Hatch chopped green chilies. So you could find them at the store and store them on your shelf and save them for when you have a little bit of chicken left over or something. But I have a pot over here on my stove with a little bit of olive oil in it. And I'm going to add this to that pot. Okay, here we are. This is my pot with olive oil. That was kind of loud, wasn't it? And I'm going to get this going here and put this in here. And I'm going to let it saute for a good 20 minutes or so all the flavors kind of come together and combine. Okay, you see that right there? Those 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. That's what I'm going to add to it. And then I've got some Nor Suiza. This is beef. Let me see if I can show this to you. Yeah. Caldo con sabor de res, beef. I don't know, a tablespoon, I guess. Add to it. And now I'm going to add a cup of water, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 20-30 minutes. Now, I buy cabbage, and I chop it up, put it in Ziploc bags, and I freeze it. And I'm going to use some of that today in this stew, along with some cauliflower that I keep in the freezer. I buy bags of cauliflower to use. And that's what I'm going to put in this stew also. Okay, here it is. Here's my cauliflower. Now see, I use cauliflower instead of potatoes. And I will cut these down into a little bit smaller pieces than this. But for now, in goes my chicken. Oh, yes. This is cauliflower, cabbage, chicken. This is going to be a very good stew. And I'm going to tell you something. This makes an awesome breakfast. Take this with its liquid, chili, everything. Put it in a skillet. Break you open 2 eggs when it's nice and hot. And you have eggs with this. Put you some cheese, shredded cheese on top. Oh, that makes an awesome breakfast. But let us get this finished up here. Now you see that fresh black pepper I put on top of there? Oh, yes. Now remember, you don't have to put cauliflower or none of that. You could always put white beans. Cooked white beans. Just rinse them. Rinse the liquid off of them. And just dump them in there with your stew, with your chili. Now I'm going to add a touch of deliciousness to this. Oh, yes. Some sour cream in the middle of this. And a touch of cheese. Delicious. Doesn't that look good? Oh, yeah.